What's up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode right here on Chatroom with Claire. I am your host, Claire Chilole, and as usual, Najua Tuko Comfy. It's located along Malaba Road. They have great accommodation services, conference facilities, fine dining, outside catering, and they also bake cakes for your various events. Yeah, you guys should come and have a check. It's really a cool place. Yeah. So on today's set, I'm sure most of you know this face. I have Juguna pictures with me on set today, and thank you so much, Juguna, for coming through. And you're welcome to our show. So before we begin, maybe you can just introduce yourself, because kuna watu wengine who I understand they don't know you, yeah. And then you'll tell us what you do.
So I go by the name Juguna Pictures. Some guys call me Jonte, some guys call me Njubush, some guys call me Johnny. Yes. And I'm a photographer, filmmaker, and release enthusiast.
And I feel like one of the most booming business in Eldoret town is the videography and photography business.
Yeah.
Like, what can you say about that?
Yeah, for sure it is one of the booming businesses and rising businesses in LD. Yeah, because so many people have started rising in that field sector.
Yeah. And then I realized that there's a lot of competition. Like, how does that make you feel?
Competition as always, it's healthy and it's good for any business that is thriving and running. Yeah.
So that doesn't scare you?
It doesn't scare me.
Yeah. Alafu kuna watu wanasemanga sometimes it's business. Okay, business can be flooded at times. What can you say about that? Do you think the industry is flooded in terms of what you do?
I wouldn't say it's flooded because in our field we get to compete with ideas. So the best idea gets to win. Yeah, so anyone who has the best idea, the best content will definitely win.
How did you come up with this idea?
Venturing into photography.
Yes.
So it started way back when I was in high school. I used to be one of those guys who used to like photo shoots. I don't know if you know those teenagers who like some poses, some weird poses. So I used to be one of those guys. So and it's been something I always wanted to do since then. Yeah.
Did you by any chance like do further studies concerning videography and photography? Like, did you go to campus? Did you go to college? Where did you learn all these skills?
Not at all. I didn't venture into any institution to learn photography and filmmaking. I just see it's passion and meeting the right people at the right time. Yeah, the right people who will guide you to what you want to learn on the day.
How long? Like,
that's what has made me to be where I am today.
And how long have you been doing this?
For around, I began at around 2020. Let's say Corona time. It's when I was learning this whole thing. My cousin used to work at a studio and he's still working at the same studio.
Yeah.
So I used to go for some classes to him, editing. That was in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. We're now in 2024. So I'd say like 3 years.
3 years now?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, how long have you been doing it professionally? Because you said 2020 is when you are learning. So when did you start doing it professionally?
I'd say 2021. From 2021 to now.
Okay, so that's 3 years. Okay. Yeah, so maybe talk to us about your mentor in this field.
My mentor?
Yeah.
My mentor. That question. So, concerning my mentor, I just say anyone who's doing splendid work is my mentor, because I look up to so many guys. There's a guy known as Itskibet. He truly inspires me in terms of wedding photography. There's a guy known as Nesh Minor. He inspires me in terms of political and presidential photography. And there's a guy known as Extreme Creative. Inspires me in terms of concepts and product shoots. Yeah.
And how are the gigs coming through for you? Like, do you get many clients? Do you have returning clients? Is it seasonal?
For events, for weddings, engagements, let's say it's seasonal. Yeah, because there'll be a season when you guys will be shooting weddings, then there'll be a season when you guys will be venturing into outdoor shoots and some product shoots. So I'd say it's seasonal.
Yeah, okay. And then most people consider videography and photography as part of art industry. Like, is it possible for someone to just obtain and maintain a lifestyle
through photography.
Yeah.
It's very much possible. It's very much possible. It's a career you can pursue and you can do for the long run. And it can cater for all your needs in life. Yeah.
What challenges do you experience so far in your line of work?
The challenges are maybe in terms of getting the right equipment to use, because most equipments that we want to use are so much costly. And the next challenge we have is getting to access some locations, because there is a location we want to shoot, but there are restrictions. Even if you want to pay, you wouldn't want anything about payment.
Wow.
Yeah. So then, and another challenge we have is miscommunication, and times working with some clients who tend to underpay you and want you to over-deliver when you get that.
And then recently, niliona kuna mtu alienda court. I think they employed a videographer who missed on capturing some parts of very important parts of the wedding. Like, does that happen frequently? And like, is it actually chargeable in court?
I'd like to know by that those important parts you're saying, because I think as a professional photographer, you're in a position to know that this is important and this is not important. From the morning preparation to the church, if it's a wedding, from the morning preparation to the church, to the photo shoot, to the reception, you'll just know what I need to get here and what I need to give to the client.
So you think the videographer at that point was on the wrong side?
I think that's an unprofessional guy. Yeah. That's just someone who doesn't know what he's doing. Because how come would you miss before even the client gave you the work, you had promised them that you do this and this, and then how come it happened in that way? Yeah.
So maybe if a client approaches you, maybe in terms of a wedding ceremony, like client anakupea the breakdown of what you should not miss, ama anakupea tu kazi anakupea, then you go do your work and that's it?
First of all, when a client approaches you, they approach you in terms of maybe they like your work. That's the first thing that will make them to come to you. And in terms of them liking your work, they'll just assume that this guy knows what he's going to do. So in the first place, in situations like where you get to miss this and this, maybe there was a miscommunication with the client. So for me, I normally take it to the clients. I tell them this is what you'll get, and this is what we'll be doing at this time of the day. Yeah, that's how I just talk to my clients.
And how is the payment made? Like, are you guys, because I hear many videographers, they complain about not being paid. Like, do you guys take the whole sum amount after you've delivered the work, or how is it done?
So it depends with how you talk with your client and how you agree with the payment. But as for me, upon meeting the client, we go through the terms and conditions. We have a contract that we get to sign. And in the contract, in terms of payment, it's indicated that upon signing of the contract, you need to pay 75% of the agreed amount of money. Then after completion of the event is when you get to clear the rest of the money. Failure to complete the agreed remaining sum of money, you won't get the deliverables until the money is paid. Yeah, so that's how I tend to work with my clients.
And have you gotten any complaints so far from clients who you've worked with before?
I haven't, because that's how I've been doing. I've just had some clients in the past whom they've insisted on not paying the money after the event, after completion of the event, but they paid after I just sent the photos.
Okay. And how easy is your work, or how hard it is? Like, people assume photography and videography ni kushika tu camera hivo, capture the moments and that's it.
It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. You can imagine when someone tells you, and this camera of yours takes nice photos. You can at times want to give them your camera and tell them, take the camera and take the photo. You see, we tend to invest in our skills. As much as we have good equipment, we tend to invest in our skills more than camera. Yes.
Okay, so there's a time I was looking for a camera here around town, and I was told nowadays people don't get cameras. Venye masimu are different versions in the kucha. People don't buy these cameras anymore. That's why we don't import them. You understand? So what do you think? Where do you guys get your equipment from? Like, do you have to ship them from different cities, or you just buy them from here?
For if you want to buy new equipment and professional equipment, I think there's no shop in town that sells like those new okay, they sell professional equipment, but not that new to that standard. Maybe some used equipment. So personally, for me and for the guys I've been working with, we tend to ship from Nairobi, from some guy known as Robi's Electronics and some guy known as Eric Viewer. But in the past few days, I've been seeing guys shipping from the US, some guys from Australia, through some online app known as eBay.
Okay. And how's the collaboration like? Do you and other videographers and photographers sometimes you come together and decide this is what we should be doing? Like, like just gisting. Is there that support or I'd say collaboration between you guys?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
We tend to work with a few guys. Whenever there's something we can work on, we just collaborate and come together and say that this is what we're going to do.
And since you've been doing this for 3 years, what's your greatest achievement as of now?
My greatest achievement, just being who I am today. Sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, I'm not the guy who was the same guy in 2021, and that's this achievement I can see.
And people usually say that when you started something, it's usually a struggle. Lingumu, how was it for you?
It was tough. Yeah. All I can say is tough.
How about getting people to know what you do so that you get clients?
It's also tough.
Yeah.
Because as I said earlier, we compete through ideas.
Yeah.
It's your idea that will get you known out here. It's not the content. Unaweza pata umeunda content normal, but haina idea, haina mwelekeo. So you must first think of what I need to feed this client. Check. What will make them book me? Check. What will make me stand out from the rest of the photographers? Yeah, so it's the idea that you have that will make you stand out. Yeah.
What makes you stand out? Like, what do you think makes you stand out from the rest of the guys?
I mean, I'm a very good reels enthusiast. I think the reels do me fun mostly. Apart from the photos, it's the reels. Whenever I just walk in town, and maybe someone will just notice me and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, so I think the reels do me to diversify. I think when Instagram introduced reels sometime back, we started with some reels, and that's how it goes to be known.
By real enthusiast, you mean like you professionalize in taking short videos that can be termed as reels?
Yeah.
They can be posted on TikTok, like stuff like that.
Yeah. Short videos that can be used in any marketing business.
Nice.
We can come up with any video, a snippet of any event, a snippet of anything, even this set of viewers. At the end of the set, maybe we can give you.
Yeah.
I help the film director over there with recording something.
Yeah.
I can give you something.
Yeah. Because I've seen some of it, and it's actually very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your vision like?
My vision.
Yeah.
I'd say my vision is to be one of the best filmmakers and wedding photographers. In terms of wedding, I'd like to be one of the best wedding photographers. In terms of film, the film industry, I'd like to be one of the best filmmakers.
So that means you're seeing yourself in this industry for many years to come.
Many years. Yeah, I'm a toy guy.
Yeah.
I'm a toy guy.
That means you're very passionate about this.
Mbasa.
Okay, there are so many people like who would want to do what you do. Like, how would you provide mentorship to them?
What I'd say is that just start where you are. That camera that you have, use it to the maximum. Just use it to the maximum. Research on the daily. ingia YouTube, angalia if you want to venture into video, ingia YouTube, angalia how to begin as a filmmaker. If you want to be a photographer, how to use this camera as a beginner photographer. Yeah.
Okay. According to the, like in terms of equipment, the equipment are so pricey. Like how do you think people can navigate around that? Because a camera, I don't think unaweza pata camera yenye iko below 150,000.
Sorry.
Yeah. Like how do you guys invest in equipment? Because most of the time unaona the people who do this work ni vijana wale wadogo wadogo. Like how do you guys invest in your equipment?
Investing in equipment. I'd say saving. For me personally, the way I invest in business, when I get a gig, that's how I get the money to buy the equipment. So I'll get to save the money. I'll know whenever I get a gig, I know like this money nitatumia hapa na hapa, this percentage nitatumia itaingia pale kwa gearing and stuff.
Okay, and how do you market your work?
Through social media mostly. I'd say Instagram. Instagram is like my portfolio yangu blow up sana. Yes, on Instagram. Hizi zingine za kunishikilia. Sasa niko tu huko ndio in case time yangu ifike ni blow up and niko hapo na check. But Instagram ndio imefanya actually ndio julikana sana.
And I see you have a great following on Instagram. Alafu most of the time weekends unakwanga kwa gigs, you know. Like what was your breakthrough point? Because najua kuna ile time mtu anaanza uko tu hapo. And now where you are, you have a great following by the way. Like when do you think what was your breakthrough?
My breakthrough?
Yeah.
I'd say last year April. So there's a gig I went to apparently, and like I posted most of it, and that's how I got some following, some serious following, and I was like, kwani what was in this event nisiko najua. So I think networking pia kwa events imenisaidia sana. Whenever I meet someone, I'm like I go by the name you can find our work here. So unapata msanii anaenda na follow. That's how I got to
Alafu kuna watu wengine you can tell them you do this and this, wanaweza kupata hapa, but at the end of the day they don't follow you, like you know, like was it that easy for you for people to like Juguna aliniambia anapatikana hapa, let me just go and follow, you understand?
It wasn't that easy. Because kuna msee I'm sure manze unapata Instagram na Facebook msee anakuangalia kata ajui, okay anajua but haiko interested. The guy is interested to see the work, but really anataka umfanyie nini ndio ajue. So but for most nilikuwa nikienda nikisema Juguna.
Okay, and how is your work being embraced in like now Eldoret town? Like how do you think people are embracing your art?
I think also in the city wanaikubali because at the end of the day utatafutwa, huwezi kosa kutafutwa. Utapata msanii kwambia anyaje na nilikuwa namba yako na so unataka birthday shoot. Utapata msanii amekutafuta leo birthday shoot ndio amekulink kwa msanii mwingine. So uta make sure like nimepiga msanii cha poa ndio friends wake ama msanii yoyote around yeye akiona hiyo picha.
Kuna time kazi yenu huwa inakauka.
Sema kwa mbaya desert. But tunasonga tu bado. Kuna time unaweza kosa gig in a day. Personally in a week unaweza kosa gig, but when you unajua kurun ndio yako ndio itakusaidia.
What inspires you to keep doing what you do?
Nasema tu niko na ile passion pia kutaka kuwa better each and every day. Nikijiona nitakuwa kesho, sema sitaki give up sasa hivi. Najua kuna mseo kwa mbele atakuwa better.
Unapanga kuhama Eldoret?
Definitely. Siku moja, lakini kwa sasa bado nipo.
Do you have a place in mind?
Yeah, I have a place in mind. Tuseme Nairobi.
Why is that?
In my opinion, Nairobi is rising fast in terms of content creation. Compare clients wa Skobaya ama nini, compare clients wa LD na Nai. naye mse atarada rafiki tunafanya unaona like email pengine zinaniambia mse iko hii content tutakucharge hivi na hivi mse ashangae mbona uniambie unanichaji do na naweza tafuta mse akona iPhone unaona but in Nairobi wanajua the value yeah.
But don't you think Nairobi is so infiltrated? Like, how maybe kuna space? This town is almost becoming a city. Don't you think you'll have more opportunities hapa kuliko huko?
As I said before, tuna compete na ideas. Wache, so nikienda huko na niko na idea yangu, ita make me stand out.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so before we wind up, wape your social media handles, parting shots?
So, tunasema ni make your life a dream. Whatever you're doing, make the most out of it. Amka kila siku jenge wewe ni noma, unaweza kile unafanya. Social media, Instagram, Njuguna Pictures, Facebook, Njuguna Pictures, YouTube, Njuguna Pictures, TikTok, Njuguna Pictures, na Threads, pia Njuguna Pictures.
Yeah, guys, by the way, you should go and check out his work. He does a fantastic job. By the way, he's part of my team now, and as you can see, these videos, the reels, actually, they are so nice, yeah? So make sure you follow him, check out his work, contact him. He's the best. I'd actually recommend him for any of that, yeah? So I'll see you next time.